Okay, everybody. So tonight I want to recap Leaders Retreat with you and just go over the highlights. I know while I was there, I was messaging you and texting you pictures of all of the screenshots that they were posting up there and all the major updates. I was texting you as the days progressed, but I just thought it'd be good to go over all the key points again with you. Just as a nice recap, and then talk about the website and talk about Super Saturday tonight. So that's what we're going to go over. So at Leaders Retreat last week, I'm sure you all know it was at DC. It was awesome. Over 1,800 people earned the trip, which if you think about the fact that there's roughly 300,000 ambassadors, that's still less than 1% who earned it. So it was a huge privilege for me to even go there, and I do recognize that you guys are a huge reason why I was there, so I appreciate all the hard work that my team has done. And I hope and pray that I can help all of you get there next year. I did think about, what it's taken for me to earn Leaders Retreat the last 2 years. I will tell you that last year, there were a lot less people. The company has exploded in growth this year. It was much bigger this year. Probably was why they didn't double the points the final month. But knowing that even still, the key to Leaders Retreat, to making it to Leaders Retreat next year, is to make sure that you hit your high PV every month. Without that 1,500 PV all 3 months, it's really hard for the 5 and 10 pointers that you get from preferred customers and ambassadors to get you there. So make sure that you focus June, July, and August next summer. Gear up and start trying to build your customer base right before June hits, and that'll be your goal, is to try to have the highest PV that you've had all year. So whether it's running specials, free shipping or that kind of thing, that's your big focus. Okay, so moving forward, there were actually 40 this year from Canada and Australia, which I thought was pretty impressive. It just shows the growth of the company moving into international territory. 147 ambassadors won the $2,000 checks, which is a pretty large number, and 37 won the $5,000 shopping spree. Of course, a lot of us won a tour or a spa package. I happened to choose the tour because it was 4 hours of a tour versus a 1 hour massage. And for me personally, I'd rather get a massage for my hubby and spend four hours touring around somewhere that I don't get to see. So that's the one that I chose. They also gave us a cute little tote bag, kind of like at convention when they gave us bags. This is our Leaders Retreat bag that they gave us. And inside the Leaders Retreat bag, there was the new Plexus Ease sample. These are called snap packs, and I'm going to go over some of that when we get to the new products. But this is basically a snap pack, but on the sample card that you can order these in, on the back it lists the ingredients and the instructions, and on the front you've got just information about it. To use these, you actually take it off, and they're real easy. You just snap it in half and it breaks open and it dispenses it right out of here, so that you don't have to tear it or anything like that. Real simple to use. You just bend it in half and it snaps open. We actually used Cindy's while we were there because I burned my arm on my new curling one and her feet were achy from walking all over DC. So it came in handy. So we were glad we had it. And the other thing, there were a couple other things that they put in here. One was a pen, one was a cute little luggage tag. So just fun little things, nothing major, but still just nice that they offer that to everyone. So on day one, we had the very first speakers were Sean Smith, who's the vice president of InfoTrax, and they are the IT company that is now helping with the new website install. He came out along with Jen Hawkins, who is one of our diamond uplines. She's 2 above me. Jen was a part of basically the pilot program for this new website. So when they launched it, they had a few of the leaders be in this pilot study to see how they liked it. They actually were a part of they got to choose which company to go with. There were several options they could go with for the website, and she said they were just giddy with excitement at all the features that this company offered, and the pilot program was running extremely smoothly. And it never goes as smoothly as you want it to when you launch and you have 300,000 people and all their issues. It never goes as smoothly as a dummy system when you don't have any live real issues going on. So they did apologize for all of the hindrances and glitches that we've had thus far. And Taro really encouraged us to, he's like, I hope you guys can stick through it, another 30 days. And everyone's like, ah. And Sean Smith from InfoTrack said, no, he said, I really feel like almost all the glitches will be worked out within the next 2 weeks. We should be running smoothly again. So I'm going to hold them to that. I'm hoping that that is the case. And based on what I'm seeing, I really believe that all the major issues are almost all behind us now. He said that in 6 weeks, we are going to have recorded meetings, a once a week meeting where the InfoTrack's IT people will get on and actually do like a recording for a training to teach us how to use the website and to help us understand how to use it better. So that'll be good. And then he gave us an overview of what's coming, what's still to come that's not on the website yet that we can look forward to. One big one is the mobile app that I'm sure all of us, it's going to make our lives so much easier. So instead of logging into Safari, getting through our website on our phone, we're actually going to have an app that will allow us to view all of our reports, to communicate with our team, to actually walk someone through sign up or ordering right there in person. So that will be an amazing feature coming soon. Like within weeks, we should have that up. Another thing that they're actively working on, top priority, is getting the system so that we're able to view customer orders and their tracking numbers. So that is a high priority on their focus right now. They are also adding welcome pack, the welcome PV, and a points column. And I believe they've already got the welcome PV column in there. We're just waiting for that points column to be on our genealogy report. One really neat feature that he and Jen talked about was a communications feature. So essentially, you know how Facebook Messenger, how you can type in it, you can voice text in it, and it can actually pop up and alert the phone almost like you're texting their phone. It's going to have the same capability where we can use our website communications section. We can actually send an email. We can attach a file. We can actually record an audio of ourselves telling them something, attach that to it, and it'll send to their phone in a voice text. So there's some really neat features that are coming with our communications. You can click all of your downline. You can click certain people. You can do it to customers. You can have, pre-programmed emails that are going to go out, and you can have those set to go. But again, it's going to link to their mobile phones so that it'll go right through like a text. So I think that's going to be a really amazing feature. Right now we're using our personal emails, not linked to, Plexus. This will actually keep track of all communications through our website. It's got all their emails stored in there for us. So I just think it's going to be a really neat feature. Plus, when one of your ambassadors logs into their website, if they haven't already seen it in their in their phone, getting that immediate alert, they can at least see, that how many messages they have up there. Because some people don't like to get immediate alerts. Maybe they work during the day. Maybe they just want to get it when they log in. So we can customize how often we get those alerts and things. All right, another thing that they are going to do for us is they are going to make that huge, all the categories of that detailed genealogy are going to be available to export to an Excel document so that you can then play with them on your own computer in a separate report. So that feature is coming soon. They are also going to have some organizational tools. For example, he said that how we see our downline genealogy, based on our entire team. He said that it's coming where you can actually click on one leg of your team. So say you wanted to look at Sally, who's right underneath you, and all of her team. You can actually click on her and it will show her downline report as she would see it in her back office. So that's really neat that you can actually customize just seeing that one leg. So that sounded really neat, all those features that were coming. And then Jen just shared with us, she said, you know, I really want to encourage you to know that this company, I mean, I've been with the company for about 1.5 years now, long enough to know that this month is not typical of how Plexus handles business. It's been a huge stress on all of us. I know it's been a huge stress on the company itself, but I really think that they have gone above and beyond. They have had employees there working double shifts. Some of them have even slept in their car to make sure that they're available. They're working around the clock to try and solve these issues that were created by the website. And I have no doubt that as soon as we get through this transition, it's going to be back to how it was and so much better. Our websites are going to be so much more efficient. They are really going to take us into the next level. You know, the technology before, I don't know if you really remember how clunky our websites were. The fact that customers had to call to make an edit to their order is no longer going to be an issue. I've noticed a few things that are already amazing. They can actually, when they're signing up to become an ambassador, do you remember how when they'd buy their welcome pack, if they wanted to add X Factor or something to it, they had to make a separate order? They no longer have to do that. They can add that on to their initial order. So this website is going to be amazing for our business. It is making it so much more efficient and so much more current with technology. We just have to be patient with them another week or two to get through these final hurdles. And I know you guys have been amazingly patient, and I really appreciate that. It just goes to show what amazing leaders you are, because, you know, if we sit and moan and complain, it doesn't help our business at all. It actually makes our customers feel like, oh, maybe I can't trust this. But if we can just sit and trust and believe in the company, some of you are brand new, and so I know it's hard to trust, but this company has always, always gone above and beyond. If the package gets lost in the mail by USPS, Plexus will refund it. No matter what, they will do what's right by the customer and by us. When we went to convention and there was a typo on our really nice bags that they bought for everyone who went, they replaced the entire thing. Everybody got a brand new bag. I mean, they will spend money when money is needed to be spent to make sure things are done right. So I have no doubt that they are going to do what it takes to get this back up and running smoothly and to make it right for all of us. So if a customer, you know, had a charge that was incorrect, I know we're having to sit through a long hold to get through, but I know that they're going to take care of us and they're going to do what's right. So have faith and hang in there, because the good stuff is, we're almost there. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen, most of you who had delays in shipping, you're getting your packages in. They're almost completely caught up with the delays in shipping now. Most of the big hurdles with getting registered to the site and customers getting on and ordering and that kind of thing are all behind us now. So we've got some small things still yet to work out, but I honestly believe that we can start getting back to business now, start marketing again, start reaching out for customers and ambassadors to be joining us on this journey, and not having to be too fearful of, what if they can't get through and that kind of thing. So I'm getting back to business this week, and I hope you guys will start doing that too. So let me see. So after, and I will tell you this is a little secret, okay? I was talking with one of the diamonds. I'm not going to say who. She's not on my team. We were waiting for the doors to open for day 2 at Leaders Retreat, for us to go in and get a seat. And she said that on the Jewels page, there is rumor that Tarl already has it in the works to do a big incentive this month to help us all out. Okay, so I really think that there's going to be something coming. I have a feeling they're just waiting for the right timing to make sure that the website is ready to handle whatever they're going to roll out. It could be free shipping. It could be discounts on sign up. I don't know, but I really feel like they want to help us get our business back and rolling again. So we'll just have to keep watching and see. She said she wouldn't be surprised if he mentioned it at Leaders Retreat, and he didn't. So I think he's waiting on the right timing. So hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that that's really the case. So, okay, so the next speakers that came out was Keith Jackson. He is the COO, and he talked about international growth of the company. He said that in April, they are actually going to do a corporate tour to Australia. So they're making a focus on growing business in Australia. And they now have a new international advisory board. And there are 3 members on that advisory board. Representing the U.S. is Sonia Dudley. Representing Canada is Natalie Fowler, which you may remember her from the Plexus Comp Plan Secret video. That's Natalie Fowler. And then representing Australia is Rebecca Catton. So those 3 ladies are going to help make sure that whatever the individual needs are of those countries, any specific, issues that they have, whether it's customs or whether it's, reaching, how to do business in those areas. They just are going to be the advisory board for Plexus. So they shared that. Then we found out about the new product changes. As you saw, we have the new Ease Snap Packs that we can order these samples. So that should be, now I'm not sure the timing of all of these, but they did mention end of the month for the X Factor. So I'm assuming that all of these, if they're not already available, will be rolling out at the end of the month. October 29th, I believe, is what was mentioned. So expect them soon if they're not already there. Okay, so X Factor has gotten a makeover. It now has veggie capsules. So it's vegetarian based, and they upgraded 3 sources. The B12, the folate, and the vitamin E all now have natural sources that are much better. So everything is naturally sourced, vegetarian, so it's much better. I think there's going to be a lot of people who are really happy about that. Another upgrade is the Ease bottles that are blue. And we had the Plexus Nerve Health Support that matched the old Fast Relief. The Nerve Health Support is now called Plexus Nerve, and it matches those blue Ease bottles. So that is going to be great that whole pain relief line matches again. And the final change was the BioCleanse. They removed the grapefruit source from the BioCleanse for people who have blood pressure meds, cholesterol meds, sleep meds, things like that that are not supposed to be consumed with grapefruit. So now there's no longer any contraindication for those customers and ambassadors. So now it's really truly for everyone. So those are some major changes that are huge and welcome. Okay, so then after that, they had Tarl and Alec come back out, and Tarl was talking about how when he visited another company, they took him in like the break room. And in the break room, he saw a huge mission statement on the wall, which he thought was a really neat mission statement. It kind of had like a see-through wall so they could see into like the break room. One was like a business meeting room and one was a break room. And when they went around into the employee break room, on the other side of that wall had a completely different mission statement. So basically what he saw was that the distributors of the company had a completely different mission statement than the employees who were actually working in the trenches in the company. And he said that he did not want that for our One Plexus company. He wanted to make sure that everyone who was working within Plexus, whether ambassadors or executives or customer service or shipping, no matter what role in the company they had, that we all had the same mission. He also talked about the company's vision, the Plexus promise, core values, the Plexus culture. So a little bit of that kind of thing. And I will share all of those rather than just reading them off to you what those statements are. I will share the screenshots from that underneath this video if you're interested in reading the details about that. Okay. After that, then Marianne came out. Marianne Luciano is she's our ambassador educator vice president. And she had some amazing, exciting news coming for us. And I think this was one of the highlights of the entire Leaders Retreat, was seeing all the things that Marianne and her team have been working on. So first and foremost, the new Ambassador Success Kits. It has always been Marianne's vision to make sure that when we get new ambassadors, they are trained adequately and they feel ready to get started right away, that they have the tools that they need to launch their businesses successfully from day one. So she wanted to change the look and the materials that was included with the Success Kit. So you know the old one. Let me pull it out right here just so you remember. The old one looked like this. And we had this guide in there. And we had, I still have everything here in my drawer. And we had this success guide in here. So she wanted to give that a makeover to make it really feel like it was a gift, that they were receiving a gift. And so I'm going to share the slides that she posted. I think I already shared some of them with you, but she actually, she created a new image for the box. And the box, get this guys, it's actually, you know how awesome Apple iPad boxes and iPhone boxes, those really nice, soft, high quality material boxes are? They actually are going to be just like that because they got the same manufacturer to design our boxes to have the same feel and look as the Apple iPhone, the iPad box. So it's going to be high quality. It's going to start with the image of the products. It's going to have product reference cards. So I know some of you have bought those cute little flip cards that have all the information about the products and what to say on them. We're going to have our own flip cards in the Ambassador Training Kit. They're going to be able to add new cards as new products roll out. They're going to be able to add to that. So that's going to be great. Success guide. So, you know, I wrote that huge success guide for our team. They're going to have a success guide in there. I don't know how different it's going to be from the current success guide that Plexus uses in their ambassador kits, but I would be willing to bet that Marianne is going to make some big changes to that to make it much more user-friendly. Another added bonus that they're going to offer are thank you cards. So in there, they're going to have, I don't remember if she said 20 or 30 thank you cards, but whenever they get their first new customers, rather than having to order, you know, or buy, you know, they're not ready, you know, that kind of thing, there will automatically be Plexus thank you cards in there that they can mail out immediately for their first customers and ambassadors. Another thing they're going to do is they have a silver bracelet. It's a unisex. It looks, it's modeled after Alec Clark's pewter, I think it's pewter silver bracelet that he wears. It was designed almost like, what are those plastic bracelets that, you know, whether it's supporting breast cancer or a fundraiser that you're doing, you know, that kind of, I think Lance Armstrong had some at one point, but you know how you can support whatever charity you're donating to. He has a charity that he donates to, and he designed it for that. And he often has people come up and ask him about his bracelet. Oh, what is that for? So because it's such a key talking point and it's a nice gift, Plexus thought that they would include something that's modeled after his bracelet with the word Plexus on it as a gift, so that if you're wearing a Plexus bracelet and someone asks, it gives you a nice opportunity to share about the company. And then finally, included in the gift box is it's a you can do it encouragement card. And it's like one of those Hallmark birthday cards that when you open it up, it sings to you or talks to you. And it's going to be Tarl encouraging the new ambassador in his own voice, congratulating them on joining the company and wishing them the best of success. So that's kind of fun. So that is going to be in our new Ambassador Success Kit. And they are rolling that out mid-January. They aren't 100% sure that they're going to have it ready to go for Super Saturday, but they said no matter what, whether it's at Super Saturday or whether it comes a week or two after Super Saturday, anyone who attends Super Saturday, registers and attends, is going to get one free. So I think that's really awesome. So be sure that you are there, because that will make the cost of your ticket completely worth it right there. Okay, and then the next thing that she rolled out was this really nice new opportunity brochure. So I did share with you guys the pictures already, so you've seen all the insides, but I just love the quality of this. I love the fact that it's our own people in it. You know, a lot of times it's just actresses and actors. I mean, I love that when we're looking through it, it's the people that we know in the company. It's our own ambassadors. And it's high quality. The new executive, who is an attorney, he's on our compliance board. He made sure that everything in here was good to go with compliance. Whereas before we had him, before he hired on, Miriam said they were often scared of sharing things because they weren't sure if it was going to be an issue. But because he's on staff, he looked everything over and he made sure that it was good to go. So these, she only had enough printed for Leaders Retreat. They are actively in the printing process right now, and they will be rolling out into back office very soon. So be sure to get your hands on these, because I think they're amazing. Okay, after that, she talked about a new ambassador communication plan. Again, I'll post the slides for these, but this new communication plan is a series of emails that are going to go out to your new ambassador when they sign up. There will be 4 emails, one each week for their first 4 weeks, that will be customized to their progress. You know, if they've already had sales, then they'll get a different email than if they haven't had any sales yet. So it'll be customized to how they are actually doing in their first month. So one email every week for 4 weeks to help get them started on the right foot. So that is going to be rolling out soon. Another thing that she is planning is leadership training. She has a history of being able to teach people how to rise up as a leader. So she really wanted to make sure that all of us as ambassadors knew what it meant to be a leader and had leadership training. So that's another focus that she wants to put. And she's going to create a series of videos and put in our education section of our website. Another thing that's coming is in our rank advancement. So, you know, you promote to silver, you promote to gold, and you get that nice little certificate with a pen. But it doesn't really say, okay, where do I go from here? What do I do next? So she wanted to make sure that every rank up, in addition to those awards, that you actually get a little guide. She called it a guidette. She said she wasn't sure what she was going to call it yet. But it is going to actually teach you, it's going to walk you through what you need to do, how to get to the next rank, what you need, and how to steps and how to reach that next goal. So I thought that was really helpful. And then finally, she talked about the people that she's already hired, and that she's creating a new Ambassador Education Center, which I believe you guys saw the new email that just rolled out this week, the Plexus Learning Center. And that will link through our website to offer us so much more training than we've had. So again, yes, we've got some hiccups with our new website, but if you look at the training and the support that is coming to our ambassadors moving forward in the next few months, this is going to be a huge momentum builder for our company. So I am so excited at all the things that Marianne is bringing our way. All right, and then, so that was pretty much day 1. Day 2 was mostly just fun. We did have Rita Davenport. She was, she's an author, probably very well known to some of you. She has written many books in network marketing. She's very, very funny. She just had us rolling. And I took 3 pages of notes. So I'm not going to spend time going over all of that tonight, but I will share the highlights of what I got out of that. And I know someone has already done that in Celeste's team. Some key tips from Rita Davenport that were shared. And finally, we had the concert from Jewel, which was just totally amazing. It was a complete surprise, even to the other Diamond leaders. Last year at Leaders Retreat, we had some great speakers. We had Victor Antonio, we had Troy Dooley, but we did not have a guest entertainer. So this was a huge treat for me. They always have had that kind of thing for like the Emerald Extravaganza and things. but I have never seen them do it for Leaders Retreat. So I thought that was a really neat upgrade to Leaders Retreat this year. This was by far, of the two that I attended, this was the best one yet. So I'm sure every year Plexus is going to, one up the prior year. But they took a lot of suggestions to heart. Last year, there weren't meals provided. There were desserts and appetizers offered. And this year, I will tell you, there were no desserts offered. It wasn't like at the Halloween party last year, there were desserts everywhere. Like, isn't this kind of like counter what we're trying to do with our health company? This year, it was all meal. And then the very first night, they, I'm sure you saw, they closed down the street in front of the hotel and 4 restaurants and a huge outdoor all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet. They just completely closed it off to a private Plexus party, all on Plexus's dime. So I thought that was really special of them to do. And even the next morning, they had an all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet. And again, last year, they had no food, so I was totally expecting to be buying all of my food, and they provided 3 of the meals this year. So I thought that was really a special upgrade. So I just really think that Plexus is going above and beyond as the company grows. They make sure that they reward their ambassadors for all of their hard work. And I truly want to have each of you have the chance to earn it next year. I'll work extra hard to make sure that if it's your goal to get there, I will do what I can to help you, because I really want my team with me next year. All right. I'd love to have at least a team of 20 or 25 people there. So that's a goal. All right. Now, as far as like website, where we're at, I mentioned to you earlier where I felt we were at. I'll just reiterate again. I believe in my heart that all of the huge issues are behind us. I know for me personally, and a lot of you, we kind of put the brakes on reaching out to new potentials, customers and ambassadors, because we were a little hesitant to get them rolled into the system when there were so many messes to deal with. While the customer service line is still a very, very long hold, unfortunately, I do believe that there's enough forward momentum and that the big hurdles are behind us that, like I said, I'm going to start actively working on reaching out to new potentials. I got 2 new customers today. I have a couple new ambassadors potentially moving forward before the end of the month. So I'm going to be actively working, and I hope that you guys will follow suit and get back to moving forward with your business, no longer afraid of what this website has to glitch at us. All right, and then finally, I want to make sure to encourage you, if you weren't at Super Saturday last year, and I think there's only one on the call right now who did, Tina was at Super Saturday last year. Super Saturday, I honestly believe, was possibly more exciting than convention, because it was all jam-packed into 4 hours, and it was just solid training. It was the same training all across the nation. So all the different locations that you see are going to all get the exact same training. Even though they're different speakers, you've got 2 different jewel speakers that are going to be presenting the material. All of the material is prepared ahead of time. In fact, they all went through the training on Sunday after Leaders Retreat, so they've already started to receive their training on that. I know that the training, Marianne said, was focusing on the new Ambassador Success Kit. So what they're going to be teaching us has a lot to do with all of these new changes that Marianne is bringing us. So I really want you to be there. Last year, they gave us this really neat book that is just full of learning material that you don't, there's nowhere else that we got this. This is all, in my mind, this was the best training book that they've given us. It's so much better than the success guide that we had. It goes through, why network marketing, how to counter an objection, how to build your business. It was just very, very helpful. So if it's going to be anything like last year, you will walk away a stronger leader and a stronger ambassador for attending those 4 hours. And it was only like $15 or $17, totally worth the cost in just the training alone that we got. So definitely be there. Again, you get the free Ambassador Success Kit for going. So find the one that's closest to you. Try and get any local team members that are within a driving, if they're local to you, try to buddy up and carpool there and have a fun time of it. I know a lot of people who have a long drive are even booking a hotel and making an overnight event of it. However you want to do it, just be sure that you get there. At Super Saturday, they're going to roll out not Where Convention, but the convention contest. That was when, right after Super Saturday, they talked about the convention contest. So I hope you all are there. I really, really want each and every one of you there so you get that new success kit. And the night before Super Saturday, they do a opportunity event. So if you have a potential who is interested in possibly joining, you could take them to the night before, and then they could attend Super Saturday as a brand new ambassador and get the training that they need to get started on the right foot. So that's another option there. All right, so that is the end of my overview. I'm going to push stop, and we'll have question and answer time. And you guys have a good night.